everybody, welcome back to the Seesaw, and I think autumn is finally here at last. Although the rate we're going, by the time I post this it'll probably be Christmas, so just when you view this, remember that when I posted it, it was the first proper autumny weekend we'd had. The weather has turned. We've had really high winds here in the east of England. Yesterday and last night, one of our neighbours has got a fence down. There's pieces of tree down everywhere. So, and then today the wind has kind of blown through. It's breezy out there, but not windy. And we have now got drizzles of rain, and it's just really autumnal feeling. I like all seasons. I find something positive in every season. So winter I just think is very cozy, and it's, you know, lots of time with family. You've got the winter celebrations to enjoy. You get that, a lot of people get that week between Christmas and New Year to just relax and enjoy time together, knowing that spring's around the corner. Although I suspect if we'd have known what was around the corner this year, we might have chosen to stay in that Christmas slump, post-Christmas slump last year. Spring is obviously all about revitalising and feeling refreshed and energised, and the days start to string out a little bit. You can do more outside, you get a little bit better weather usually. Summer is just summer, it's just fun and family again, adventure, getting out and about, exploring. But autumn I find is the comforting season. I just love to get out my woolly jumpers. I've got my favourite winter cozy jumper on today, and you get your coats out, and you know, if you're out and about, it's often a bit breezy, and you feel you feel like you want a hot drink when you get in, and I just find that very comforting. We don't have any holidays like Christmas and things to start worrying about just yet, and you can just enjoy that kind of change. Obviously nature is very beautiful at this time of the year with the change of colour until the leaves drop, and it's something I really miss. So I lived in Arizona for most of the time that I was in the US, and I really miss the seasons there because it's just hot, hotter, too hot, and okay. That's kind of the temperatures for the seasons there. So you just don't get that same changing of the seasons. So yeah, I'm not disappointed that autumn's here. I enjoy autumn. It's one of my favourite seasons. And you start to eat all the comforting foods, and not thinking I need to be eating lots of salad, but actually a nice big roast dinner or a casserole or something cooked in the crock pot feels really comforting. So yeah, I went to Tesco's today. The main reason is we did finally get around to signing up for the Tesco Clubcard Plus. So Toney renewed his phone contract, and he got 6 free months with Clubcard Plus as part of his renewal. So we activated it. So I decided to go give it a try and get my 10% off. You get twice in a month, you get 10% off a big shop. So I thought if I go twice a month to Tesco, and then the other weeks, which will be 2 some months and 3 some months, depending on how the Saturdays fall, to my Aldi and Sainsbury's. I believe there's about a 10% difference in shopping, doing my Aldi shop with bits and bobs from Sainsbury's that I can't find in Aldi, compared to doing a full shop at Tesco's. I think the difference is about 10%. So it should keep me at about the same budget as I've already had, but I'll be able to see how that plays out over the next couple of months and see if it is worth it. But usually I do one shop at Tesco's a month, just because there are certain branded things, and even some of the Tesco things that we quite like that we can't get obviously in Aldi or Sainsbury's. So I spent £97, but then I got 10% off, so that took it down to £88. And that was probably, when I look at what I got, quite a lot of meat, plenty of fruit and veg, a few treats. I do think if I'd have gone to Aldi and Sainsbury's, I would have spent somewhere between 80 and 90 between the two. So I think it was aligned with what I would have spent on the Aldi shop. And yeah, it was quite easy to use. So I'll turn you around, I'll show you what I got, and then at the end, as always, I'll show you our meal plan for the week ahead. Okay, so there is our little sweep of everything. Non-food items, I just got 2 toothpastes while they were marked down, both of those. One was 99p and one was 79p, and then my normal TV magazine. I got Caleb some pink lemonade for fizzy drink for this week. These were still half price, or it was £1 something, I think it was half. while they're that price, I will buy them at Tesco, but otherwise I will buy the Aldi version. Caleb quite likes these either with his breakfast with a smoothie, as something easy that he can get for himself, or he likes them to take to school as a lunch, as a break time snack. They're allowed to take a snack to have at break time, but it can't be chocolate crisps, that sort of thing. Either needs to be fruit or it can be something cereal bar based, as long as it doesn't have any nuts in it. So this one's the maple syrup one. It doesn't have nuts, it's just oats and syrup. So a bit like a flapjack really, except crunchy. I also got a pack of these little pockets of 3 Jaffa cakes, again ideal for lunchbox. So this week Caleb's got 3 packed lunches and 2 school dinners. So he can have those in a couple of his lunches. I did give in to the almond croissant temptation this week. Haven't had them for a few weeks, as you will have noticed, but this week I really wanted some, and they actually looked really nice and just cooked right. So I've got a couple of those. I'll have one with my coffee tomorrow morning before we hit the rugby field, and then probably have the other one on Monday before I head into work. A loaf of it's not our 50/50, it's best of both, which is the Tesco version of that. I got some sugar waffles and some muffins, again just for some different options for Caleb to have with his breakfast. I like to have as many different things in as I can. Sometimes he'll choose to fry an egg, sometimes he'll ask me to boil an egg for him, sometimes he'll want cereal. He usually has a smoothie with his breakfast. Sometimes he'll ask for toast, and sometimes he'll want, just a smoothie and perhaps a waffle and some fruit or something like that. So I just make sure we've got a few different options in for him. And then I got 2 packs of these. These were less than £1 each. Apple juice and orange juice, and these are just ideal to pop in the lunchbox. And I know he's getting a fruit juice and not anything too, I know fruit juice is sugary, but it's one of your 5 a day rather than just a sugary drink. So those are for lunch boxes. The Whatsits were on special offer. We haven't had those for a while. There's 12 packs in there, and I forget again, I think they were £1 something. The Craves were also reduced down to £2, and they're normally nearly 3, I think. So I got those for a treat for Caleb for cereal. Some rice noodles I needed for a meal this week, and then the Blue Dragon egg noodles were reduced. They were £1 a pack, so I got the medium and the fine of those. Some Demerara sugar. I like this in my coffee. I also like it just sprinkled on things, just a tiny bit, because it gives a little crunch as well as the sugary sweetness. Some ginger biscuits. The twin pack of Oreos were reduced to £1, so got those for Caleb. Some Freddos and some more of these squashy bubblegum drumsticks, as he quite liked those, and so did Toney. So Toney doesn't really like gummy sweets, but I think because they taste more like bubblegum, I'm not sure who ate the most of them actually. Chicken stock pots and a tomato puree. Rice. So the one thing I didn't mention at the top of the video was people have started to go a bit mad again. So Tesco's have put some restrictions in place on pasta and toilet roll and hand sanitizer and things like that. But there were no restrictions on rice, and there was no long grain rice anywhere on the shelf. So people have just bought it. And I just don't understand it. Did we not learn our lesson last time? That if you just buy what you need, you'll have enough. There'll be enough for everybody. But there was no long grain rice, but there was basmati. So I picked up one of those as it was there, and I've only got enough for probably one meal left in the cupboard, and I don't want to completely run out. A jar of passata, a big bottle of tomato ketchup, some sun-dried tomato pesto. I don't particularly like basil pesto because I'm not a big fan of basil, but I do like the sun-dried tomato one. Coconut milk. I got 2 regular coconut milk and 1 light. They didn't have the Tesco version of the light, so I just went with the Blue Dragon. Kidney beans in chili sauce. Again, canned vegetables were starting to be... There was plenty of tomatoes, which were one of the first things to go last time. But canned vegetables like peas, carrots, corn. There was none of the Tesco's own brand corn left at all. So there was 1 tray of the Green Giant. So I got that. Worcester sauce, 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. I bought another pot of this Alpro plant-based vanilla custard. Oh my goodness, this was so good. I got this in last week's haul, if you remember. And this is in Tesco's. It's where all the free from we have a whole aisle now of various free from this and free from that baking stuff and pastas and rices and things like that. So this was there with the sweet stuff and the cooking stuff. And I forget how much it was. I think it was less than £1 for a carton. It's 75 calories for 100 mils. And this was so good. And I tell you what I had it with. I had it during the week with some canned peaches and some fresh raspberries layered up with this. And then I make this little concoction and keep it in a pot. Now what this is 50 grams of fresh breadcrumbs, so just a couple of slices of bread blitzed up, 50 grams of flaked almonds, 25 grams of brown sugar and 25 grams of porridge oats. And I just mix all that together, lay it on a baking sheet on a piece of foil and pop it in a reasonably hot oven for just kind of 7 or 8 minutes until it starts to crisp up but not burn. You have to watch it quite closely. And then I keep it in a lock top pot, and I sprinkle that on the layers. So it was a bit like a layered dessert, and it was so good. So I've bought another pot to do the same thing with. Onto the fridge, we've got our usual semi-skimmed milk. I've got orange juice, 2 packs of the strawberry and banana Happy Monkey smoothies. So these had a Clubcard special price on them, whereas the innocent ones didn't. But they only had the strawberry and banana. They didn't have any other flavours. So that's what he's got this week. A pot of sour cream, the mini pepperonis. These were reduced and they keep quite a long time. And he quite likes one of those in his lunchbox. We had the big ones last week. And he has had those in his lunchbox. But I like the little ones. It can go with a sandwich or something, whereas the big ones, it feels like that's a big bite for something, for having as a kind of a side in your lunchbox. 2 little sausage rolls, just again for something different for lunchboxes. This is all lunchbox stuff here, really. Some yoghurt tubes, some sliced cheddar and some honey roast ham slices. He's been having little wraps with tortillas, cheese and ham wrapped up and then just sliced. He quite liked those this week. A bag of grated cheddar, some Greek style yogurts and some Muller Light Greek style lemon. These were £1 for 4 this week. Pizza pockets, just to pop in the freezer for Caleb. Some strawberry cones, which if you've watched our videos for long, you would be able to recite that these will be in our grocery haul almost every week. It's Caleb's favourite after dinner treat and he has one most evenings. Some of the cheese and garlic flatbread, the fresh one from where the kind of fresh pasta and pizza is. Onto meat, I got 3 packs of mince this week. I got a pack of chicken thigh fillets. I got 1 little salmon fillet. I'm going to make myself a little kind of a noodle dish with some salmon in it, just to have as lunches this week. So I only needed 1 fillet for that. A pack of pork steaks, some regular chicken thighs, and 2 packs of the garlic butter chicken Kievs. I have some leftover regular potatoes, and I think we only need potatoes, like normal potatoes, for 1 meal this week, so there's plenty for that. Then I've got baking potatoes, some celery, some brown onions, baby plum tomatoes, which I prefer to cherry tomatoes, some new potatoes, some basil, dill, curly parsley and thyme, some red gem lettuce for Lickee, a bag of carrots, some mixed peppers plus a yellow pepper. The yellow and the green are better for the guinea pig than red, and I need red ones for cooking this week, so he can have the green one from there and this yellow one. A nice big cucumber, some button mushrooms, some green beans, 2 heads of broccoli, some British seasonal pears, candy floss grapes. So Caleb and I do both like these. They are grapes that taste like candy floss if you haven't tried them. It's quite a bizarre thing when you first taste them, but they are a bit addictive. So I got those for a treat for us for some fruit. I got some blackberries because blackberries and autumn go together. And I think I'm going to make a blackberry and pear crumble this week, just for a pudding. So yeah, if I'm not, it'll be blackberry and apple. Some strawberries, raspberries and blueberries, and a little net of limes. So that is the haul. Looking at our meal plan for the week. Tonight we're going to have spag bowl with garlic bread with the flatbread. Tomorrow we'll have the chicken Kievs with new potatoes and vegetables, probably broccoli and some peas or something like that. Monday we'll have the pork chops with, that's the day I'm going to have regular potatoes. I might roast them or I might mash them with vegetables. Tuesday we're going to have baked potatoes with cheesy mince. So you just make a kind of a savoury mince dish, put it into the baked potatoes, put cheese over the top. It's a bit like shepherd's pie really, except you're using a baked potato. Coconut chicken noodles on Wednesday. Thursday chili con carne. Friday chicken and chorizo rice pot. So that's why I needed to make sure I had enough rice in. Probably do myself some rice with the chili, although Tony likes his with cornbread, so I'll probably make up some of that too. But I needed to make sure I had rice in. So that is our meal plan for the week ahead. Thank you for joining us for this grocery haul and meal plan, and we look forward to seeing you back here on the SeeSaw soon.